Breathe and relax. Move your head after. And spring, either way. Go left, go left.
At 58 years old, Mike Tyson is once again making waves in the boxing world. In newly released training footage, the former heavyweight champion is seen smashing pads with a ferocity and precision that defies his age. This footage has ignited the buzz around the bout between Tyson and Jake Paul. The internet is buzzing with excitement as Tyson showcases his enduring power and sharp technique, reminding fans why he's considered one of the greatest fighters of all time.
Yeah, weave out in there.
Fast, split-second timing, doing everything right.
Nice.
Nice.
Very good.
The highly anticipated clash between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul has captivated not just boxing fans, but the entire combat sports community. Adding to the buzz, UFC icon Conor McGregor has stepped forward with his prediction for what some are dubbing the fight of the year. When asked about the fight in a duelbits.com stream, the mixed martial artist asserted, "Mike Tyson, Jake Paul, Mike Tyson stocks. That's what I think. They're wearing 14-ounce gloves and it's a 2-minute rounds, is it? Who cares? I hope Mike makes that little fool nervous. He's gonna knock him out. No one gives a f about Jake Paul. How is that even in the Dallas stadium?" McGregor didn't stop at naming Tyson the winner. He also seized the chance to take another swipe at Jake Paul. Their rivalry ignited last year after Paul's triumph over UFC legend Nate Diaz. Since then, McGregor and Paul have fired back at each other whenever the moment presents itself. The prospect of a McGregor versus Paul showdown is still up in the air. In a conversation with MMA Junkie, Paul hinted that the door remains open for a potential clash with McGregor down the line. Who knows if he still has that same appeal. But look, I always said I'd fight him. I'm down. It's a big, massive event. The fight rules, unveiled in May, could give Mike Tyson a significant edge. For one, it's set as a professional match, meaning the outcome, win or lose, will directly affect the fighter's official records. Furthermore, the bout will be contested in the heavyweight category, whereas the younger Jake Paul typically fights in the cruiserweight division, making this a notable shift for him. As Conor McGregor noted, the fight is set for 8 rounds, with each round limited to just 2 minutes, unlike the usual 3-minute rounds in professional boxing. Though the fighters have a notable age difference, this abbreviated format has prompted many analysts to speculate that Tyson could gain a significant edge. Paul addressed this situation, and instead of complaining, he sees it as a chance to humiliate Tyson. "I'm fighting on all of his rules and what he wanted. He wanted it to be a pro fight. He wanted 8 2-minute rounds. So I'm giving him everything he wants. I'm going to his playground and I'm going to beat his ass." I mean, it's just being alert and knowing what to do in that situation. Nate Diaz has also offered his prediction for the upcoming clash. In August of 2023, Diaz stepped into the boxing ring to face Paul, joining the ranks of former UFC fighters who have tested their skills against the YouTuber-turned-boxer. Paul knocked Diaz down in the 5th round, yet the seasoned MMA fighter held on, enduring until the final bell. In the end, Paul claimed victory with a unanimous decision. The problem child's next challenge is the highly anticipated, contentious bout against boxing icon Tyson. The upcoming bout has stirred division within the sport, with many questioning whether it should even take place. Nate Diaz has now entered the conversation, revealing to DraftKings where his support lies for the showdown. He said, "I'm with Mike all the way. Mike is the man. Jake is young and explosive and has nothing to lose in every fight. That's what he has going for them. Everything is going to switch where he is supposed to be the guy that wins. It'll hit him a little differently." Meanwhile, boxing legend Sugar Shane Mosley believes that Mike Tyson still possesses the knockout power to give Jake Paul a run for his money, especially with their highly anticipated match scheduled for next month. Since the announcement of the fight, numerous voices in the boxing world have expressed their discontent with the decision to move forward, particularly in light of Tyson's earlier withdrawal. Some critics suggest that Paul is strategically setting himself up for yet another effortless win against a once great combat sports icon who may no longer be at his peak. At 58 years old, many believe that Iron Mike Tyson still possesses a level of explosive strength that could knock Jake Paul out cold with a single punch. Sugar Shane Mosley, a seasoned fighter who played a pivotal role in training Paul, aligns himself with this perspective. He said, "Mike is 58, but these are 2-minute rounds and all fighters have pride. I don't think Mike will be going in there to lose to Jake Paul. Jake thinks he can take a shot in the first 5 or 6 rounds, and what makes this so fun is that getting hit by Mike Tyson is dangerous, very dangerous. Jake will have to tire Mike out. Jake will need to understand how these punches will come at him. He further added, people need to understand that a bar fight between two guys is one thing. A professional fighter, especially a former world champion, regardless of age, is still a very dangerous man who can seriously hurt you. I don't know how long they would be able to hurt you, but these are punches from people who have been throwing punches all their lives. On the other hand, Mike Tyson's former trainer predicts a quick end to the impending bout with YouTuber-turned-boxer Jake Paul, indicating it might conclude in under a minute. Jeff Fenech, a former professional boxer who coached Tyson during his defeats to Danny Williams and Kevin McBride in 2004 and 2005, expresses no worries about Tyson's health or his capacity to compete at the age of 58. Fenech firmly believes that Iron Mike can secure a swift victory if he adheres to the established game plan. In a conversation with Wide World of Sports, Fenech expressed, I do not doubt if Mike takes it easy and doesn't try to punch at the same time he will win. If he makes Jake Paul miss, Mike will knock him out in a couple of rounds 100%. I spoke to Mike. I told him what I felt. Hopefully he'll listen to me. We said the same thing anyway. If he does what he said, then I have no doubt he will knock him out. He'll have no problem. Fenech, navigating his own health challenges, admitted that his primary worry is Tyson as they approach the November clash with Paul. He said, we were talking about my health and that on the phone. I'm not worried about my health. Don't get me wrong, I am, but I'm more worried about him. I hope he does the right thing to beat Jake Paul. If Mike lands one clean punch, and if he makes him miss, he will make him pay. If he doesn't try and strike at the same time and is patient, the fight could be over in 1 minute. Boxing expert Freddie Roach offered a tepid assessment of YouTube sensation Jake Paul, describing his abilities as merely okay. This comes as Paul prepares for an eagerly anticipated showdown with boxing legend Mike Tyson next month. 2 years back, Paul popped into Roach's wildcard gym before his showdown with Silva. The famed boxing coach later dished on the young American to fight hype. The kid's okay, a club fighter. I don't know him personally, and I've never really met him. He added, he was in my gym and wondered if they could use the ring, and I said, go ahead. In an unexpected twist of fate, Tyson happened to visit the gym on the very same day as Paul. However, the iconic boxer appeared completely unfazed by the presence of the problem child. According to Roach, Iron Mike took one look at Paul and decided to check out the photos instead. Tyson looked at him and left. He saw 30 seconds of him sparring and said, Freddie, can we go down and see the pictures? He knows that's where the good pictures are. He wasn't as interested as I was, Roach recounted. Paul wasn't about to let Tyson's biting criticism slide. In an interview with TalkSport, he fired back, refuting any claims of sparring sessions at Roach's gym. He said, first and foremost, I saw these things that Freddie Roach was saying, that I was like sparring at his gym. First of all, I've never even trained at Wildcard Gym. Freddie is an idiot. He's a hater. Mike Tyson has never watched me spar. Mike Tyson has never been in the gym at the same time as me sparring. I went to Wildcard like once to talk to somebody for a meeting and for my brother's press conference there, but Mike Tyson wasn't anywhere in the vicinity, so it's just Freddie Roach spreading rumors. Especially because me and Mike are friends, man. Once the undisputed heavyweight champion, Mike Tyson faces a significant challenge as he prepares to clash with 27-year-old social media star Jake Paul. The 58-year-old boxing legend has raised concerns among fans and experts alike due to the notable age gap between the two fighters. However, a recent training video featuring Tyson appears to alleviate some of those worries, showcasing his enduring skills and dedication in the ring. Tyson and Paul are set to face off on November 15th at Arlington, Texas's Atant Stadium, marking Netflix's first foray into the boxing arena. With just 41 days remaining until the showdown, Iron Mike took to social media to post training clips showcasing his impressive speed and ferocious power, proving that he still packs a punch despite his age. Earlier today, the former heavyweight champion shared a training clip on X, captioning it, "Final stretch. Less than 50 days left." The video captures Tyson fiercely striking the pads alongside his trainer, showcasing the blistering speed that once solidified his legendary status. This footage has rekindled fans' excitement, fueling anticipation for an electrifying performance when he returns to the ring later this year.
Follow me, tell me if you feel me.
It's worth mentioning that earlier this year, Tyson experienced a medical crisis while on a cross-country flight, which was later identified as a flare-up of an ulcer. This incident led to the postponement of the much-anticipated match from July to November, leaving fans worried about his well-being and preparedness for the fight. Amid these concerns, Tyson has comforted his fans by boldly declaring his preparedness to take down Jake Paul. As their rescheduled match approaches, a series of fiery confrontations between the two have intensified excitement, with each fighter goading the other during their face-offs. Yet with Tyson's recent training clips making the rounds on X, supporters are increasingly convinced that he might just deliver a decisive blow to Paul. Even with the fight between Paul and Tyson pushed back, the excitement hasn't waned. In fact, the postponement seems to have intensified the anticipation, as fans look forward to what promises to be an even more spectacular event. Supporters have expressed unwavering confidence in Tyson's preparation for the showdown. So, is Mike Tyson truly prepared to face off against Jake Paul this November? It's worth noting that, similar to Tyson's earlier posts, the video features a brief but electrifying burst of his energy. The new footage offers a glimpse into Tyson's rigorous training routine, which is nothing short of extraordinary. Tyson, who has maintained an impressive level of fitness in recent years, can be seen delivering devastating combinations with lightning-fast speed. His signature power punches, sharp hooks, and calculated uppercuts were all on display, leading many to believe that Iron Mike still has plenty of fuel left in the tank. His impressive form and strength are the result of a disciplined workout regime, combining old-school boxing drills with modern training techniques. Tyson's commitment to conditioning, which includes strength training, cardio, and pad work, keeps him in remarkable shape. In this footage, his footwork looks nimble, his punches are crisp, and his endurance level appears top-tier, elements that have always set him apart in the ring.
One more.
Day 3, you still want to fuck with me?
Additionally, Tyson integrates high-intensity interval training on both stationary bikes and treadmills, enhancing his cardiovascular fitness for quick-paced bouts. To alleviate stress on his joints, he incorporates swimming into his regimen, which boosts his lung capacity and overall stamina. Known for his formidable knockout ability, Tyson's strength training emphasizes explosive movements and functional exercises to restore this signature power. Tyson also dedicates countless hours to training with the heavy bag, refining his knockout punches. These workouts not only enhance his muscle memory, but also provide him the opportunity to fine-tune his timing and accuracy. Furthermore, explosive exercises like jump squats, box jumps, and medicine ball slams enable Tyson to reclaim his trademark fast-twitch muscle strength.
Nice one, Mike. Nice one, Mike. Nice one, Mike.
Mike Tyson's strength and conditioning coach unveils a weightlifting regimen centered on compound movements such as deadlifts, bench presses, and squats. Despite this focus on foundational lifts, the priority has consistently been to enhance speed alongside strength, allowing Tyson to retain his agility. While his raw power is well documented, his speed often goes unappreciated as one of his most formidable assets. In order to keep pace with Jake Paul's youthful speed, Tyson focused on drills that sharpened his reaction time and enhanced his agility. Under the watchful eye of his trainer, Tyson's mitt work aimed to elevate the speed and smoothness of his combination punches. Renowned for his rapid-fire uppercuts, jabs, and hooks, Tyson's training camp committed to rigorous repetition of these signature moves.
It's day 1, the fun just begun.
Tyson employs speed bags and double end bags to enhance his reflexes and hand-eye coordination. This training aims to equip him to respond to Paul's attacks with lightning-fast precision. Additionally, maintaining agility is essential. Tyson returns to the iconic peekaboo style that brought him fame, utilizing swift lateral movements to evade punches and control the ring. At the core of every fight camp lies the art of sparring, and Tyson's regimen is no exception. His training sessions are meticulously crafted to mirror the high stakes and fervor of an actual match, featuring partners with diverse styles and skill sets that reflect Jake Paul's techniques. Tyson engages in sparring several times a week, completing multiple rounds with each partner, honing in on various scenarios he may encounter in the ring. His trainers introduce a new generation of younger, quicker fighters to test Tyson's reflexes and stamina. In contrast, Tyson adopts a tactical strategy centered on swiftly closing the gap, utilizing head movement to evade Jake Paul's reach while delivering punishing body shots. He and his team concentrate on countering Paul's jab and controlling the tempo through effective inside fighting. Tyson is radiating confidence as he approaches his match against Paul, who boasts a striking 10-1 record and is 31 years his junior, having turned pro in 2020. Tyson claims he's putting in 6 hours of training each day, but the forthcoming Netflix docuseries could either bolster his assertions and and elevate his public persona or jeopardize his preparations before the fight even begins. Jake Paul has always been a master of trolling, skillfully transforming criticisms into chances for self-promotion. His latest antics were ignited by Mike Tyson, setting off a chain reaction that found Paul in a bodysuit, poking fun at the iconic former heavyweight champion, videos of him bench pressing, playfully sparring with a friend, and most recently, dancing to Usher's hit Yeah, have all captured widespread attention online. Yet, this begs an interesting question. Has he crossed the line this time? The tension escalated at a press conference when 58-year-old Tyson squared off with 27-year-old Paul, slamming him for his poor fitness. As Paul was working on gaining muscle mass to enter the heavyweight class, Iron Mike had a less favorable opinion of his physical condition. He had declared, "I don't know if he is in his prime. He is fat. He should be lean and mean. He is fat and funky." Nobody had predicted, though, that these comments would inspire such an unconventional marketing tactic. What fuels Paul, standing strong with a 10-1 record, to embrace this challenge? A combination of seeking retribution against Tyson, who holds an impressive 50-6 record, and building anticipation for their looming showdown seems to be at play. This face-off has already drawn significant attention, quickly becoming the most streamed sporting event. Paul is expertly keeping Tyson in the dark about his true intentions. The Brooklyn-born fighter has no clue about Paul's physical condition or the rigorous training his rival is undergoing. This shroud of secrecy adds a layer of intrigue, making it nearly impossible for Tyson to craft a reliable strategy. And this is only the start.
Awesome. Cool.
Can you remember how Tyson commanded attention while hyping his fights? The sight of the former heavyweight champ mocking his rivals, then storming into the ring with a towel draped over his shoulders, left fans in awe. His intense aura didn't just spark fear, it fueled the excitement before every match. In much the same way, Muhammad Ali had his unique flair for stalking and rattling his opponents. Given Paul's influential background and his massive following, this fight is poised to be a game changer. The boxing world is primed for a shakeup, and the influx of fresh fans, something the YouTuber turned boxer is well equipped to provide, could breathe new life into the sport. His presence promises to boost viewership and draw in a younger, thrill-seeking audience eager for electrifying knockouts and high-energy matchups. Additionally, his sharp marketing acumen, honed from his days as a Disney star, is already making waves and could bring major benefits to everyone involved in this spectacle. Many fans and experts have expressed concerns over Tyson returning to the ring at 58 to face an opponent over 3 decades younger, though less experienced. These fears only grew when Iron Mike had to pull out of the planned July fight due to an ulcer-related health setback. But Tyson said, "My body is in better overall shape than it has been since the 1990s, and I will be back to my full training schedule soon." Jake Paul, this may have bought you some time, but in the end you will still be knocked out and out of boxing for good. I appreciate everyone's patience and can't wait to deliver an unforgettable performance later this year. In anticipation of their highly anticipated clash in November, Jake Paul threw down the gauntlet to Mike Tyson. Just 4 years into his boxing career, the social media sensation has stirred significant excitement within the sport. Ahead of their showdown, Paul revealed that he has been diligently honing his skills to counter Tyson's explosive fighting style. He said, "I mean, it's just being alert and knowing what to do in that situation. I could definitely see him trying to go for an early KO, but he'll find out very quickly that I also have a ton of power. So doing that with a guy like me isn't always the smartest thing to do, because I'll catch one of his shots then counter." During a pre-fight press conference, Paul blasted Tyson for wanting the fight to go less than 2 minutes per round. He said, "It's interesting, I'm just basing shit off of facts." He's like, watch your shape. I'm like, all right, but you watch it. It could be to his advantage. I think it's also smart that he's doing that. I'm fighting on all of his rules and what he wanted. He wanted it to be a pro fight. He wanted 8 2-minute rounds. So I'm giving him everything he wants. I'm going to his playground and I'm going to beat his ass. While the event is poised to attract significant global viewership through Netflix's pay-per-view platform, an unprecedented move for the service, criticism continues to loom, particularly concerning the staggering 31-year age gap between the fighters. Notably, Paul was born after Tyson kicked off his legendary quest for the world title, and he was merely 8 years old when Iron Mike stepped away from the ring for the first time following his defeat to Irish fighter Kevin McBride in 2005. The backlash grew louder when 58-year-old Tyson had to pull out of their scheduled July event after facing a medical emergency mid-flight. Despite this, Paul insisted that anyone with concerns about the fight should take them up with Tyson himself. He added, "I would say it to Mike Tyson's face and see what happens. Mike does what Mike wants to do, and he's the one that wanted to make this a pro fight. He's still wanting to do it, and he believes he can beat my ass." Truly behind the scenes, To him, age is just a number, and he does look athletic, he does look strong, and he does look good on the mitts, so we'll see how it translates to the ring. What makes Paul's foray into combat sports so compelling is his ability to balance multiple career prospects, each leading toward a thrilling and distinct path. In addition to signing with the Professional Fighters League for a possible MMA debut, Paul has voiced ambitions to represent the USA in amateur boxing at the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles. On top of that, Jake Paul stirred up a storm by issuing a daring challenge to Mike Tyson during a live press conference, fueling heated debates in the lead-up to their highly awaited showdown.
You think that he could last a long time with you, go into the later rounds?
I'd be surprised if he even makes it out of 2 rounds.
You'd be surprised if he makes it out of 2 rounds.
Yeah, I just have too much power, too much speed, and with my coaching staff the past year and a half, working with them every single day, I've become literally a new fighter.
Recently, the iconic heavyweight shocked fans by making an unexpected guest appearance on the It Is What It Is podcast. During the episode, he dropped a jaw-dropping revelation. He had never even heard of Jake Paul. For context, Paul had gained significant notoriety for his performance on the undercard of the much-discussed exhibition match between Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr., where he made headlines by knocking out former NBA star Nate Robinson. Reflecting on their encounter during his exhibition fight back in 2020, Tyson said, "I didn't know who the hell he was." However, now that Tyson has gotten to know the former Disney star, he claimed, he's improved since he started. However, Paul hasn't improved enough for Tyson, who added, "I started him, and it looks like I'm going to finish him." As the countdown clock ticks down to their eagerly awaited showdown, just under 2 months away, Mike Tyson and Jake Paul are seizing every chance to trade blows, both in the ring and through their spirited exchanges of words. The ex-heavyweight champion has dedicated the past year to intense training as he prepares for his comeback in the ring. In anticipation of his fight on November 15th, Tyson offered a glimpse into his daily regimen during a recent appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live on September 23rd. Tyson said, "I'm training extremely hard. I start at 11 and I might leave the gym at 5. He admitted that he works out for 6 hours, changing up what he does during his small break in the day. "After I finish doing my boxing, I get a massage for an hour, and then I go right into strength and conditioning," he said. Cannabis isn't the only substance shaping his training routine. In a recent episode of the Impulsive podcast with Logan Paul, Tyson revealed that psilocybin mushrooms have been crucial in enhancing his workouts. Tyson said, "I have to take them when I train. I always train with my mushrooms. I train on mushrooms because I feel beautiful. It takes me to heaven, baby." Moreover, Tyson shared his thoughts on the possibility of facing Jake Paul in the ring. At 58 years old, he recognized the significant age gap, with Paul being only 27. Tyson reflected on how he had initially offered Paul an opportunity by allowing him to share the spotlight during his match against Roy Jones. He pointed out that after helping to kickstart Paul's career, he is now contemplating bringing it to an end.
Well, that's so ill. I'm 60 years old, he's 27, so I don't know.
Yeah, you're older than he is, but you are Mike Tyson and he isn't.
Exactly. I started, to matter of fact, I started. Thank you. I started Jake Paul off.
Can I ask you, how did you start him off?
On my fight with Roy Jones, I allowed him to fight on the card, and I decided I started him, and I'm going to finish him.
Make sure to check out some of our other videos on the screen if you enjoyed this one.